Today, we're not just exploring places, we're examining the limits of what's possible, and how confronting extremes can sharpen your own resolve. We've ranked the 10 most extreme places on Earth, each offering a profound lesson in resilience and adaptation. Number 1. Mount Everest's Death Zone. Mount Everest's Death Zone refers to altitudes above 8,000 meters, 26,000 feet, where the oxygen level is so low that the human body cannot acclimatize. Staying there for more than a few hours leads to severe frostbite, cerebral edema, and ultimately, organ failure. Most people avoid this zone because it represents an immediate, life-threatening challenge, demanding years of specialized training, immense financial investment, and a high tolerance for risk. The insight here is about recognizing your own death zones, situations or environments in your life that are inherently unsustainable and will lead to burnout or breakdown if you stay too long. For instance, you might be in a work situation where the demands consistently exceed your capacity, leading to chronic stress and declining health. This week, identify one death zone in your current routine, a task, a commitment, or even a thought pattern that is critically depleting your resources without any viable long-term benefit. Begin to sketch a plan, however small, to reduce your exposure or mitigate its impact. Maybe it's delegating a draining task, or setting a firm boundary on your work hours. Number 2. Atacama Desert's Aridity. The Atacama Desert in Chile is the driest nonpolar desert in the world, with some areas receiving virtually no rainfall for centuries. Parts of it are so arid that they are used by NASA to test Mars rovers due to the lack of life and extreme dryness. Most people skip such places because they offer no immediate comfort or easy sustenance. The harshness is overwhelming, demanding significant preparation just for survival. The lesson is about thriving in scarcity, understanding that true growth often emerges when resources are limited, forcing innovation and precise resource management. Consider areas in your life where you feel a scarcity of time, money, or energy. Instead of lamenting the lack, how can you become exceptionally efficient with what you do have? If you're struggling to find time for a key personal project, for example, instead of wishing for more hours, analyze your current schedule to identify micro-opportunities. This week, choose one resource you feel is scarce, perhaps your focus or your creative energy. Map out how you currently spend it. Then, identify one small but high-impact activity that, if prioritized, would maximize your return from that limited resource. Implement it. Number 3. Oymyakon's Bitter Cold. Oymyakon, Russia, is considered the coldest permanently inhabited place on Earth, with record low temperatures plummeting below -70 degrees Celsius -90 degrees Fahrenheit. Life there requires constant vigilance against frostbite. Even simple tasks like starting a car or going outside for a few minutes demand extreme preparation. Most people avoid such places because the sheer discomfort and the constant threat to physical well-being are too high. It feels like an unnatural struggle against the environment. This represents the challenge of enduring prolonged periods of discomfort or adversity without giving up. It's about building resilience not just for a single event, but for an ongoing, grinding struggle. Think about a long-term goal you have that requires sustained effort through periods that are simply unpleasant, not catastrophic, but consistently hard. For instance, sticking to a demanding fitness regimen, or consistently showing up for a creative project even when inspiration wanes. This week, identify one such long-term commitment. Pick a specific, low-grade discomfort associated with it that you usually try to avoid. Instead of avoiding it, lean into it for a brief, defined period, perhaps an extra 10 minutes on a difficult task, or resisting a small distraction you usually give into. Number 4. Danakil Depression's Heat. The Danakil Depression in Ethiopia is one of the hottest places on Earth, with average annual temperatures often exceeding 35 degrees Celsius 95 degrees Fahrenheit and ground temperatures that can reach 50 degrees Celsius 122 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a surreal landscape of salt flats, active volcanoes, and toxic gas vents, making it incredibly hostile to life. Most people find the extreme heat and the toxic environment too overwhelming and dangerous, preferring milder climates. The challenge here is about navigating intensely volatile or toxic environments without being consumed by them. This isn't just about physical heat, but also metaphorical, hot zones in your life, situations or relationships that are emotionally superheated, prone to conflict, or filled with negativity. For example, dealing with a highly critical colleague or being in a family dynamic where arguments are common. This week, identify one hot zone in your personal or professional life. Instead of reacting impulsively or trying to escape it entirely, which may not be possible, observe your own responses. Commit to a specific, calming strategy before engaging, like taking 3 deep breaths or mentally rehearsing a neutral statement. The goal isn't to change the environment, but to manage your reaction within it. Number 5. Mariana Trench's pressure. The Mariana Trench, in the western Pacific Ocean, is the deepest oceanic trench on Earth, reaching depths of nearly 11,000 meters, 36,000 feet. At its deepest point, the Challenger Deep, the water pressure is over 1,000 times that at sea level, equivalent to stacking 50 jumbo jets on your head. Most people cannot fathom visiting such a place due to the crushing pressure, extreme cold, and absolute darkness, which require incredibly specialized and expensive submersibles. This place embodies the challenge of enduring immense, sustained external pressure and finding the internal strength not to crumble. Think about the pressure points in your life, moments or periods where demands feel overwhelming and you feel compressed from all sides. This could be a tight deadline at work, a challenging personal crisis, or a period of intense financial strain. Instead of letting the pressure paralyze you, focus on reinforcing your internal structures. This week, identify one area where you feel immense pressure. Rather than trying to escape it, identify one specific action you can take to strengthen your internal support system, perhaps prioritizing sleep, spending 15 minutes meditating, or clearly communicating a boundary to someone adding to the pressure. Number 6. Dallol's acid pools. Dallol, Ethiopia, is home to a hydrothermal field with brightly colored acid pools, geysers, and salt pillars. The area is extremely toxic, with highly acidic water, pH often below 1, and gases, making it one of the most hostile environments on Earth for any form of macrolife. Most people avoid Dallol because the ground itself is corrosive and the air is noxious. It's a place where the very elements are trying to break you down. This represents facing truly toxic environments that actively degrade your well-being. This isn't just about physical toxicity, but mental and emotional acid pools, environments or relationships that are constantly eroding your self-worth, motivation, or mental health. Imagine being in a friendship where you're consistently criticized, or a social media feed that leaves you feeling inadequate. This week, pinpoint one acid pool in your daily life. Instead of passively absorbing its effects, devise a deliberate strategy to filter or distance yourself from it. This might mean muting a social media account, setting a time limit on interactions with a draining person, or consciously shifting your focus away from corrosive self-talk. The goal is to minimize your exposure and protect your inner landscape. Number 7. Vostok Station's isolation. Vostok Station in Antarctica is a Russian research outpost known for its extreme isolation and brutal cold. It's located at the geomagnetic South Pole, thousands of kilometers from any other human settlement, and experiences long periods of darkness and the lowest naturally recorded temperatures on Earth. Most people find the extreme isolation, lack of daylight, and the sheer emptiness of the environment psychologically taxing and physically challenging. The lesson here is about enduring profound isolation and finding self-reliance when external support is minimal. This applies to phases in your life where you might feel uniquely alone in a challenge, pursuing a path others don't understand, or working on a project that demands long hours of solitary focus. For instance, starting a new business venture or dedicating yourself to a demanding creative endeavor. This week, identify a goal or project where you anticipate significant periods of solitary effort. Instead of dreading the isolation, consciously structure your environment to support deep work and self-sufficiency. Perhaps it's setting up a dedicated workspace, scheduling specific, focus blocks, or developing a ritual that helps you transition into a state of independent work. Embrace the opportunity for concentrated progress. Number 8. Death Valley's scorching heat. Death Valley, California, holds the record for the highest air temperature ever recorded on Earth, 56.7 degrees Celsius or 134 degrees Fahrenheit, and frequently experiences temperatures well over 49 degrees Celsius 120 degrees Fahrenheit. The landscape is barren and unforgiving, characterized by vast salt flats and dry mountains. Most people avoid Death Valley during its peak heat because sustained exposure without proper hydration and shelter can be fatal, and the environment offers little respite. The challenge is about managing your resources carefully in energy-draining situations. This isn't just about physical heat but also periods in your life that demand an immense outflow of energy without much immediate reward, situations where you're burning through your reserves. For example, a period of intense study for an exam, or dealing with a prolonged family emergency. This week, think of a current situation that feels like your personal Death Valley, demanding constant energy output. Instead of pushing through until exhaustion, consciously implement a resource management strategy. This might involve scheduling mandatory breaks, prioritizing tasks to conserve mental energy, or ensuring you're replenishing your physical resources through nutrition and sleep. Focus on sustainable effort, not just raw output. Number 9. Lake Natron's caustic waters. Lake Natron in Tanzania is an alkaline lake where the water can reach a pH of over 10.5 and temperatures up to 60 degrees Celsius 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Its high soda and salt content are so extreme that they can calcify and preserve animals that die in its waters, turning them into stone-like statues. Most people would never willingly enter Lake Natron's waters due to the immediate caustic burn and the surreal, deadly environment. This place symbolizes encountering environments that are actively corrosive to your very essence. Think about situations or relationships that, while not immediately toxic in the traditional sense, fundamentally alter or degrade your natural state, forcing you into an unnatural, hardened version of yourself. This could be a corporate culture that demands you suppress your values, or a friendship where you feel you constantly have to perform a role that isn't authentic. This week, identify one environment where you feel you're being calcified or forced to become something you're not. Journal about how it's affecting your authentic self. Then, take one small step to reassert your true nature within that environment, or to create a boundary that protects your core values. Number 10. Deep-sea hydrothermal vents. Deep-sea hydrothermal vents, found on the ocean floor, are fissures where superheated, mineral-rich water erupts from beneath the Earth's crust. They exist in total darkness, under immense pressure, and support unique ecosystems based on chemosynthesis rather than photosynthesis. The water temperatures can exceed 400 degrees Celsius 750 degrees Fahrenheit, though the surrounding ocean keeps it from boiling due to extreme pressure. Most people will never visit these vents because of the incredible depth, crushing pressure, searing heat, and the need for highly specialized submersibles. This represents the challenge of finding life and purpose in environments that are utterly devoid of conventional support systems or light. It's about innovating and thriving when your usual sources of energy or inspiration are absent. Consider a project or personal goal where you feel you lack conventional resources, guidance, or even visible progress. Instead of waiting for light or external validation, how can you generate your own energy from within? This week, pick a challenging project where you feel stuck or unsupported. Identify one internal resource you can tap into, your curiosity, your resilience, a past success, and use it to take one small, independent step forward, even if the path ahead is still dark. The core lesson from Earth's extremes is this: true resilience isn't about avoiding challenges, but about understanding and adapting to them, transforming adversity into strength. If these insights help you redefine your own limits, subscribe to Top 5 Zone for more content designed to sharpen your edge.